Hello there, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. Merry Christmas. This is Christmas Eve. Honestly, today I'm just gonna put a video out there saying that Christmas doesn't feel the same as it used to. When I was younger, Christmas was this most anticipated time of the year. Like it felt like years or eternity when I wanted the actual day to come through. But when it was actually there, I never forgot how magical it was, and just the whole energy of it being a kid. And obviously we all know this, it's not the same um, from when you're a kid, but when you get older you start to see family members and start seeing people you care about from the other side of the family, cousins you haven't seen in a long time. And it was really that one particular day next to Thanksgiving that everyone kind of meeted up with each other, and it was really cool to see that families from across the globe would come by just for this one particular holiday, and it really made it worth it. It really was cool to see all that. But now that I'm 26, yeah, things are different now. You know how I don't know if it's in your family too, but like your grandparents are the center hold of how everybody would go over to their house to have food and meet up with the rest of the family and kind of have things going on. My grandparents' house, that was what was going on. It was everybody came over to that particular house, all had a good time, and just kind of went from there. But unfortunately, over through the past couple of years, my grandparents kind of passed away, and things have been different. And yeah, this is one of the first feelings I've ever had where the holidays just felt like another day. I'm just still in disbelief that it's Christmas. It felt like it was Thanksgiving or a week ago, and now we're in Christmas, and it's just I'm not really feeling it. My family really isn't doing anything. There's a little bit of us left, and just it is what it is when it comes to that. And it's just like, damn, like the expectations is really, I wanted it to be a day where I kind of make the most out of it. I don't want to be too negative, but it's just like it just feels like another day. Another day that I just want to see pass. Not really going too crazy on just like, oh yeah, like I'm excited, or really asking for gifts. It's just like, another day where I can see myself working on my projects or playing my emulation games and doing all kinds of stuff. But it just, man, that magic it was gone. I'm like, dude, I remember when I was younger, I would love for this day. And it was just, when I was getting older, when I was younger, I would say it was the toys and all the games I used to get. I had a PSP. I was a 2000s kid. I'm getting old, by the way, older, by the way. So I had like a PSP of 2008. That's when I had like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, and for my first Christmas game, and I had I think a Dragon Ball game or Spider-Man 2 game or something like that, and it blew my mind having that stuff. And I never forgot like how magical my Christmases were, where I got like a new game console, a new toy, and of course going to like my later years when I was a teenager, becoming a young adult. It was really the food and the family that really kind of had me looking forward to seeing. I put food first and family and food first. That was I was really looking forward to seeing all that. So, that's one of the things that just kept me going. But man, it was something I just really look forward to, and it's different now. It's a lot more quiet. It's a lot more of a day where you don't really just wanted to go by like any other day. And it kind of sucks too, because I don't know if I'm just getting older, and I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I swear the older we get, the more it's just like those days that were once magical become like kind of just mediocre or just whatever. And just finding new things, just creating new memories and new opportunities, and not letting certain things kind of hold you down, and just kind of keep pushing forward. Now I know I said that I was gonna kind of chill on the self-improvement videos, but I'm just gonna have something playing in the background, and you guys can just watch some Call of Duty gameplay or some game or whatever that I feel like putting on. But yeah, it's just one of those things where just like, I don't know if you guys are relating to this with the holidays, where just kind of a loneliness feeling, and you're just kind of just going from there. And yeah, yeah, so much has happened this year with me. Like a lot of crazy stuff happened. But just moving forward and trying to be strong as possible. Like losing job, and just dealing with loss and changes that kind of you have to move differently. I think that's a lot of it's just a test of time to see how strong you can be if you can push through forward and kind of finish the year strong and going from there because it's never how you start but how you finish. Yeah, this is typically different than like me like talking about Black Ops 7 or something like that. But honestly, who wants to have me talk about that game? Honestly, it's just like I was thinking about getting that game for a little bit, and I want to really dive into Call of Duty. I was gonna give Black Ops 7 a chance. Well, of course, the game is a lot cheaper now. It's like $49.99 or yeah, $50 or something like that with the Black Friday. No, not Black Friday. I'm missing Black Friday. I didn't get a chance to, as you can tell, I didn't get a chance to really dive into Black Friday. I was too damn broke to get that shit. It was still at full price, but I was gonna get it now at the end of the year price, and I wanted to at least try it out. But it's just that game just does not interest me at all. Like I just look at it and it just looks like a sad piece of crap where I'm like, dude, this looks so sad. I would rather play an emulation game than play that game. I see myself just playing like probably one game, one or two games on Nuketown, probably get tired of it and just go from there. Cause holy shit, Black Ops is just not the same as it used to be when I was getting into the franchise. Like, dude, this franchise used to be one of my favorite things to look forward to, and I'm just like whatever about it now, man. It's just like what in the fuck are they doing? It just looks too goofy, too sweaty, and a lot of things just turns me off of the game. I just don't want to play it. I mean, Battlefield 6 is of course still king. I mean, I haven't really been playing too many multiplayer games because you got to be like fully dialed in to play it. But I've been playing like single player games like The Last of Us and games like that. I kind of like The Last of Us personally. Last of Us is a fun game to play. I can relate to it because the game kind of talks about loss, mainly the first and the second game. The it talks about loss and just dealing with that and just moving forward and just kind of just finding yourself. And I kind of like the character Ellie in the second game right now I'm playing. I'm after spoiler alert, Joel's death and her just trying to like just process through everything. She has a journal. I have a journal, and she's very strategic when it comes to stuff. So I kind of relate to those characters when I'm playing the game, and it's really a good time, and I just have fun with it. So basically, I'm just a big fan of like storytelling and just kind of just finding my ways to kind of relate and understand with these characters. But that's besides the point. Besides, I'm still new to that game. I want to see why people don't like it. I mean, I like it so far. I'm in the beginning portion. I don't like Abby though. Fuck her. And the wolf people too. If you guys play the game, I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about, the antagonist and all that jazz and stuff. But yeah, that's basically what I'm feeling when it comes to that. But yeah, it's just, man, holidays don't feel like the same as they used to, man. I just find myself not really wanting to do anything and to go out and just really venture out. Just for the time being, I'm pretty sure like it'll go away soon eventually. And it's just unfortunate that I feel the way that I feel. But it's valid. We all have the right to feel how we feel, upon certain events and certain days and stuff like that. It's valid because we all have our own experiences. And I do believe that in our own experiences, we can kind of forge an understanding of ourselves and kind of just going from there. But damn, I feel like, I don't know if you guys seen Forrest Gump, but I feel like Lieutenant Dan, I'm about to be like Lieutenant. I'm jumping around on different topics. I don't know if you've seen Forrest Gump, but Forrest Gump was one of my favorite movies. And the more I watch it and over through the years, I start appreciating the characters more. Lieutenant Dan, my favorite character. And my favorite scene was when they was in the pub and then Forrest was like, Lieutenant Dan, Happy New Year's. And he was just looking lost. Like all that stuff that happened to him. He was that look, that expression, like, where everybody was happy and singing and shit. He was just like, what the fuck did I just go through? He had no words. That was like my favorite scene out of that movie. So, but he had like a new beginning and he got himself some new legs and he had a new chapter in his life. He had a wife and thanked Forrest throughout his own experience. So he was, even though he felt bitter in the end, or bitter around that time, later in his life, he was able to be grateful and find forgiveness within himself and those around him. So that's what I'm pretty much looking at right now. But damn, I have just jumped over through a lot of topics. And yeah. Yeah, it's the holidays, man. It is the holidays. I am not feeling it. I'll be honest. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, but thank you guys for listening to me just talk about the Christmas and the holidays and stuff like that. And whatever you guys are going through, man, Christmas, just make the most out of it. Uh, whatever you want to plan for the next year, just write it down. Let's lock in. This year wasn't really my year. I'll say this year was an ass whooping. That like most of my 20s. I mean, like shit, my 20s has been an ass whooping. You think you figure shit out? Shit, life gonna flip that shit over. You like, you sure you got it? Nah, you don't. And that shit's excite. And they're gonna throw a whole bunch of haymakers and bombs and all kind of shit that make you go like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? So yeah, we have enough there. But thank you guys for listening. Be positive and happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Peace.